a hazy sunrise over the gentle waters of Sanibel Island. Its waves greeting white sandy beaches against a backdrop of lush greenery. An ecosystem as diverse as it is beautiful, thriving off the coast of Florida. That is, until Hurricane Ian ripped through, laying bare an entire community and once plentiful vegetation. 1 year later, we explore nature's recovery and look for glimmers of resiliency as Sanibel rebuilds. Most of this island is conservation land, with the Ding Darling National Wildlife Refuge boasting the country's largest undeveloped mangrove ecosystem. That's where we caught up with Ranger Tony Westland.
We're here at the Mangrove Overlook, and if you can imagine 13 feet of water just coming over our heads.
Storm surge that came with Hurricane Ian, nothing like Tony had ever seen before.
Well, there it goes.
And that includes Hurricane Charlie, 19 years ago.
I remember telling our interns, the worst case scenario is Hurricane Charlie. We'll be back in a few days. We were shut down for 1 month in that hurricane, but this hurricane had the surge.
Traffic camera video shows some of that coming through, water flooding across the island. Tony says the mangroves did their job, with dense branches blocking wind and roots locking in soil. But in exchange, miles and miles were decimated, and the island's freshwater marshes were quickly turned into saltwater swamps, killing off fish and other species not cut out for the salinity. Plant life, too, as Tony points out shades of gray along the shoreline.
Just seeing that overwhelms me, because I have to then look beyond to know that the greenery is coming back, but that is what this island looked like for months.
The thing about nature, though, it can be incredibly resilient. Look no further than Sanibel's beaches for proof. Known for spectacular shelling, not all of the island's coastline suffered extensive erosion. Jack Brazoza is a biologist with the Sanibel Captiva Conservation Foundation. He tells us with enough sandy shores still intact, the island's beloved sea turtles have been able to return.
So what we have here is one of our sea turtle nests. We kind of mark it off with 4 wooden posts, and we do that so that we can place a self-releasing screen on top. So that's what you can see here. Now, this mesh is big enough that eventually when the nest will hatch, the hatchlings can make it out on their own.
And what a sight that is. New life making its way to the water. Jack captured this little guy on camera. He tells us his team has counted more than 1,200 nests this season alone, nearly double the previous record. And while more research must be done, there's a good chance less beach traffic and light pollution are helping the population along. And the turtles, in turn, are lifting the spirits of those here working to rebuild.
Certainly not to make light of the issues that people are still dealing with, but a lot of people that I've spoken to, I know, have used the idea that it's a bit of a silver lining, and people are happy to see it, and I think it adds to their sense of mind and sense of strength.
There's more of the same back at the refuge, which has since reopened. It took 6 long months, but things are coming along. The salt water has been slowly flushing out of the marshes, and patches of green have returned to areas of the mangroves. The bird population has returned too, and even the elusive Sanibel Island rice rat, an endemic species critical to the island's ecosystem, has been spotted.
The wildlife is teeming and doing well. It's almost like this regrowth, this rebirth, this reset.
One where every single comeback counts. Tony shares with us an anecdote from the days following Ian's landfall, a tale of baby raccoons found clinging to a tree, tiny survivors that are now full grown.
The 3 baby raccoons in the tree will always be in our hearts, to the point where my ranger has it tattooed on her arm now, because that was a turning point for us every day to put on our boots, to come back and keep cleaning up, moving forward, rebuilding, and getting this island ready.
not just for more wildlife, but for visitors as well, many coming here just to take in all of the beauty. It will be a long journey, likely years if not decades for the vegetation to return to its full glory. But as the sun sets on another day, the feeling of hope lingers in the twilight. This island is resilient and will return. Sanibel strong. Kate McVeigh, Spectrum News.